What's up, Clyde? Nice to see you. Looks like we got quite a few people in here. So today I'm just gonna do the usual. I like this chicken casserole. I can tell you when you get mouse, it doesn't matter that it costs a little bit extra. It's worth it. It really is. Um, I wouldn't do it any other way. Um, so yeah, Mountain House. One cup and one cup. Okay. Okay, there we go. I think that's enough. I hope I did it right. Um, but yeah, it's Mountain House. You can't go wrong with them. They do like when it comes to rehydrating the meat. Um, Mountain House understands it, but and that's why they're probably popular within the hiker community. But when you get the cans and stuff, um, yeah, it may like you're not getting 45 meals, and then the stuff doesn't properly rehydrate because you're getting what you pay for. Um, I would definitely step up to Mountain House versus the budget stuff. So that's just my opinion. What's up, Rails? Nice to talk to you. Um, hey, so I wanna make I want to talk about something that I came across today. It's very important if you are in the homeless community, if you know people in the homeless community. It's important to pass it around because I've been wondering why why I haven't gotten whenever I go into a shelter. Anytime you go into any program, at least on the West Coast, you have to um, go through a TB test. Well, what's up, Invisible Man? No more Farm Girl, but Sam is here, and I'll show her to you guys in a minute. But I wanna talk about this. So, like up till probably about 5 to 10 years ago, if you would go into a shelter and you wanted to use their services, you had to do a TB test. Well, they haven't been doing TB tests, and apparently right now in Kansas City they have a huge TB outbreak. And I know at least one subscriber, if she's still here, is in Kansas City, so or near Kansas City. So I hope that she's safe because I mean, when you work with the homeless community, that's why they do it in the homeless community is for TB, um, and so this is something that you yes, we did break up. Yeah, it was kind of if you go back to my live stream, not last night but the night before, you'll get an understanding. So I think it says on the road again or something like that, but just this is something that if you're homeless, you need to be aware of, because again, it's passed throughout the homeless community. It's a apparently it's like a skin infection or a fungal infection. So therefore, you have to take a lot of penicillin just to be able to get rid of it, and then you'll test positive for it for the rest of your life. And so that's something to be worried about because it's like you only get so much skin that just shorten your lifespan. So it's something you don't want to have. I mean, I remember hearing stories about in the Great Depression how they had TB outbreaks and they would sit there and burn the mattresses. I think they even burned the bodies, and that's part of the reason why they have a lot of the rules that they do in the. Hold on, I need to turn this down. That's why they have a lot of the rules that they do in the what is it like with mattresses and stuff like that, because you like once the mattress is used, you're not supposed to resell it because of TB, because that's how you're able to pass it. In San Francisco they had a bed bug epidemic and it came from the migrants, and it's a South American bug and it just migrated up with them. And it really has to do with your living conditions. How hygienically clean are you in your living conditions, especially when you're living indoors, because that's really what invites them. Just like a dirty kitchen invites cockroaches, a dirty house is going to invite other bugs as well. Another thing that I think is funny that I wanted to be able to mention before I get back into comments and also show you guys Sam, because she's sitting here just kind of like laying on her bed. Um, is that also one of the things that I heard is like there was a job site with that I guess they had a bunch of illegals, but because of all the raids that are being done, 8 out of 43 workers showed up. There was another video that I got to see as part of this video that I'd watched. I think it's Jimmy Dore. Alfred turned me on to him. He was talking. Yeah, the people are sitting there showing the factory, and nobody's there. There's no shift change. The restaurants close. All that stuff. The factories are not working because that's really where all the illegals are going. And then even the guy that Trump put in charge of all of this, on CNN was getting roasted because they tried to control the narrative, and when he wouldn't comply, they did their standard, interrupt, but, and then they overtalk him because it's like, I need to regain control of my interview, which means my interviewer isn't telling me what I want my viewers to see. So because they have an agenda on what they want you to see and how they want you to feel and how they want you to respond to it. So I think that if you are looking for a job, start looking for factory work. If you want something, and then they're talking about, oh yeah, we want to automate the farm workers, the farming community. That way, we're no longer reliant on all of these migrants coming across. And it's like, really? So, I don't know. It is what it is. But anyways, guys, I thought that you guys might like those two stories. So let's see what the rest of you have to say. I am right now. Let's see here. Okay, what's not really talked about in the last high amounts of TB with homeless and the Alaska Native tribes always question what someone's cough is about. Oh, that's good to know, Snowflake. I mean, I always heard stories of it, but I always thought it was something in the Great Depression. This was how they kept it from ever coming back out. And then apparently this has been going on since 2021, and the federal government hasn't done anything about it. This was a Poplar Report one. So, okay, Sam, Platypus, okay, Cherokee, Invisible Man. Chris, what's up, buddy? Let's see, Garrett Hikes, how's it going? Outdoors, what's up, bro? Uh, uh, you lucky you have a vehicle to stay in. No, actually, this is a fifth wheel, Garrett. What's up, Occult? What's up, Rails? I already said hi to you, Bucknut. All right. Okay, so this is done. I'm just gonna let this sit for a minute. Sam is chomping at the bit because she knows she gets the pot. But here, let me show you guys Sam. Let me do this. So if you see on Patreon, that's the tarp that you're seeing. Say hi, Sam. Everybody wants to say hi to you. Yeah. You saying hi to your audience? No, get back up there. Stay on your bed. Yes, I know. All right. Everybody just wants to say hi to you, okay? Everybody wants to say hi to you. Now, kick it down. Kick it down. Come on. Thank you. No, we're not doing that. See, this is what happens when... No, stop. Because now she thinks, she's like, oh, it's time for attention. It's like, no, not right now. We're doing a live stream, kid. But anyways, all right, baby girl, come on, lay down. I'm gonna have to take this cover and wash it. I can smell the pee already. Okay, what's up? What's up, Ken? All right. Yeah, every time it warms up in here, I can smell it. Ooh. So I tried to bring in Farm Girls dogs because they're still here. I tried to bring them in and give them a warm place to be while it was snowing. Well, the one that's kind of scared of her own shadow, especially anything new, she got in and she was so scared that she peed all over the place. And so I had to put him back outside just because it's like, well, I can't have you peeing inside, although I got no way to really properly clean it. I mean, this wood is not sealed, which means now that's soaked into the wood. So I'm hoping that just the dirt and the sweeping is doing it, and she peed on Sam's bed. So I've gotta take that in and wash it. I'm gonna be doing laundry on either Friday or Saturday anyways. See, the chicken is nice and soft and everything else like that. Well, Sam, I'm gonna have to come over here. When I'm done eating, I'll come sit with you, and then you can talk with the rest of the group, and they can say hi to you, okay? All right? All right. I need to sit, though. So I had to go into town since I wasn't able to go into town yesterday because I had to go get propane, and then we had to go get hay for the goats, and then we had to come back here. We put on the tarp. Got so much stuff that. And by the way, if you're in the $5 membership over on Patreon, I shared a clip today. You should get over there and check it out. And I actually, because it started snowing last night. Um, we just got a light dusting. It stuck last night, but as soon as the sun came up, it all melted away. And then it kept doing snow flurries throughout the day, but the ground was too warm. It just kept melting on contact. And so we got to deal with, or I got to walk in the snow today. There was, Vinegar will, what about on her sleeping pad though? Cause it's got an external cover. All I got to do is take it to the laundromat and throw it in with the laundry, and it should clean it. I'm more worried of, yeah. No, I think she did pee on the floor. I'm hoping it wasn't pee, because there was also Sam's water bowls on the ground. So I'm hoping that may have gotten knocked over or something. But just from what I saw her pee somewhere, and I don't know if she peed all the way in the door. But I got her and Roxy in here, and it's like, cause it's snowing, man. It's cold out there. I feel bad for the dogs, but they feel so comfortable being on their chain or being on their leash out there, that being in here is just, it's so foreign to them, because they're not inside dogs. They're porch dogs. It took a while just to get them used to getting in the back of the truck. Yeah. So I miss those days. That was fun and entertaining. You may not be able to get it out with just laundry soap. Remember, we do fostering through animal control. Oh, okay. Bucknut, you're gonna I don't know. Well, she's getting ready to take her dog, so it's not anything that I can do, and I know she's not gonna do anything with it. But like, I both of her, Athena, which is the one that peed all over the place. She was a rescue, and she was in a parking lot, and she was really, really scared. Apparently, and she's one of those that looks like one of those breeds that is aggressive. So people and their dog phobia could have been very, very, aggressive towards that dog in form or fashion. So anytime you raise your voice, she runs and hides. Had to take a phone call, brother, and back. Okay, well, welcome back outdoors. But anyways, it's just, I don't know, it's just, I feel bad for the dogs, because I mean, it's cold outside. We got a warm place inside. I guess, see, I wasn't a dog person when I picked up Sam. It was just more like I felt like it was my responsibility, because she was a stray dog and she wanted to follow me. And so, I took her in. I'm I'm more of a cat person than a dog person, but she's grown on me. But yeah, like I want her to sleep inside where it's nice and warm, and I want her to have, like, that's why I get to share some of my dinner with her and all that other stuff, because I spoil the dog. So I guess I'm kind of one of those guys that talks crap about a dog, but secretly I'm sitting there sneaking them treats and petting them when nobody else is looking. That's mine and Sam's relationship. mm, mm. You need to neutralize the odor on the floor. If another male comes in, they will smell it and may follow it with a stream of their own. Well, luckily we got 3 bitches, so but yes, I understand, and I don't really intend on having another dog in here anyways. This is mine and Sam's sanctuary. Like, if I have a guest, I might invite him in while I cook a meal, because I like to cook for others. But but for the most part, this is Sam's domain, and so she gets to be whoever she wants to be. Just like when you're at home, you get to be who you want to be. I kind of, she's been on the road for so long that she doesn't know how to be static. Mm. Yeah. Well, now that I'm walking into town, and this is something I planned when we originally got here, but Farm Girl kept saying, "Well, let's just drive in." It's like, okay, well, I mean, drive in, that's easier. It's a 3.5 mile walk, So, um, but now that I get to walk, and there's a plug-in right outside the library, and it's about to start getting warm. So, I'm gonna take Sam on maybe not on Friday, but probably this I might take her this weekend. Um, and that way she can walk into town with me and get some of that energy out, get some of that exercise going. But she's getting fat and she's getting antsy, and with all this cold and being indoors or figuring out ways to get inside to get away from the cold, she doesn't understand it because we were always in a warm climate. Even in Florida, it was still warmer than this. Even in the worst of it, with the exception of that first winter out there, but that was like a week, and then it was over and back to sunny days. Mm. All right. Mm. Mm. All right, let's go sit up and go sit by Sam and finish this conversation. Say hi, Sam. Oh, this is yours. Actually, over here. Well, go get it. Yeah, she is going to town on that. But part of the other reason why I cleared it out is so that, because Sam has always been a part of my live streams, and with just, again, with the way everything was and the way our situation was, her getting acclimated to get off the road, I didn't get I kind of had to deal with her the way I did. But now we kind of got this indoors now, Sam can, I can sit here with Sam and she can just kind of sit here. Because that's what she used to do with me is like, well, I don't know. But anyways, I figured I'd give you guys more access to Sam because I know you guys missed her when I was, over the last couple months. But now that it's just her and I've got the ability and the freedom to. Sam, you're done. No, you're done. Over here. Over here. Up. No, get your butt over here. Yeah, come say hi. Come say hi. Yes, I get it. Say hi to everybody else. Okay. So, yes, sit. Hey, stop. Stop, spaz dog. Okay. You know what? It's down. Hey. But you see, this is what I have to deal with. Damn it, dog. Stop. I want to have something to drink without you in my face. All right, knock it off. Yeah, see, this is you guys get to see Sam for what she really is now. Because the second she's like, mine, I'm gonna take it. No, you you better sit your butt down, all the way down. Yeah, there we go. Okay, all right. So let's see, because I know everybody else. Let's see if we can make it go down. Well, we can see the top of your head. How about that? Okay, so I just drove 5 hours to get my Honda that broke down in New York. Good news, AAA towing it for free, but I'm still got to drive 5 hours home alone. Oh, well, you should have brought a friend along with you. Do you have good signal on your walks and from town? If once I get out on the main road, once I get between the two cattle guards, signal really drops because you're by the power lines. Power lines tend to interfere with your cell phone signal, especially when you're outside. So that's something for you. If you travel like that, kind of get on the other side of the street away from the power lines. Your signal will pick up, or if you go into SOS, you'll go back to 1 bar. So I had to learn that one on the Florida Trail the first time I did it. So, well, I really didn't even do it the second time. I walked for like a week, and then I ended up here in Arizona. You know, but yeah, I probably will do a live stream. Um, maybe leaving the library or something like that. But yeah, I was thinking about doing something like that along the way. Uh, but it is what it is. Sam, stop. Okay. Um, but yeah, I have decent signal except for, like I said, between the two cattle guards, which is about probably a mile and a half. Mm, mm. This was not an invitation. It was not an invitation. No, no. Okay. So, what's up, Chris? Okay, but, um, yeah, you happy now? What, you didn't get enough? You want more? Hmm? Yeah, I bet you do, huh? I want, stop. All right. Um, but yeah, I mean the walk into town, and like I said, I will probably, uh, I probably my year, I don't know. It would probably be better that I live stream once I got to the library because I got to walk up next time I go into town. I got to walk up to the shower house, and it's I think the same people. I think the one that's in St. John's is the same people that own the one here in Concho. But yeah, it's like $5 a shower. So I'm gonna go up and get me a shower and do some laundry so that I have some clean clothes. You know, yeah, Sam, quit being a hoser. Yeah, quit it. Yeah, this is the only time you're getting attention, huh? Nobody pays attention to me. All right. Oh shit. Get up here. Come on. No. Oh. Okay. You want some water? All right. Um. Oh, thanks, Dallas. So, yeah. But hey, if you guys want to buy the dog a treat, leave a tip in my tip jar or do a super chat. And if you want a question answered and I haven't been answering it or whatever, and you don't want to do it in all caps, you want it answered immediately, do a super chat. Um. All right. Let's see here. Um. Oh, I got to talk to homeless entrepreneur today, and I found out. So every time he takes on somebody, like he takes on somebody like me, so he took me on about 6 months ago, and I never asked about how the funding went or anything else like that. But apparently, what he has is, or he what he does is he finds people that want to sponsor. Samantha, over here. Come on, over here. Get up here. Get up here. Take it down. All the way down. All the way down. Good girl. Knock it off. So apparently, what he does is he goes out and finds people, finds essentially sponsors. And so I got to find out who my sponsor is, and I even got to look at his website, and because he's over in Germany, but he does WordPress websites, and he wanted to sponsor somebody that was more entrepreneurial. So I was the next in line for something like that because he got to see some of my content and decided that that's what he wanted to do. So it's nice to know that there is somebody out there because I mean I understand that these services and the connections and stuff like that and his network, it requires money to be able to fund, to be able to move and to be able to affect things the way he does. And so it's important that at least I'm aware of it, but it's nice to know that the person who sponsored me didn't just sponsor me because oh, it's just a child in Africa for 25 cents a day you can feed a child in Africa, something like that. No, it's more like oh, here's somebody who's moving in the right direction that I actually want to help. And so I found out how much my sponsorship was, what it costs to run me through a program, which really isn't that bad. It's actually very cost effective, considering the what he offers and kind of how he goes about doing it. I think it's fairly cost effective. I'm not going to give the exact numbers because that's not my place, but he gave me the amount of money that it costs to be able to offer me the services that he does, and um, I will say it's fairly cost effective. I mean, and I get to talk with Ayana. I get to talk with other people, and things like that. Mm. And now I'm getting connected to somebody that's going to actually be doing. What's up, Bushcraft? I'm actually going to be talking to somebody also. So he let me know that I got sponsored, and then I got to see my page. If you, well, no, I don't. I don't want. Oh wait, no, it has my alias because he has my alias because I didn't give my legal name, or I did on the paperwork, but I told him to always call me Friar Tuck. One or the other happened. And so yeah, it's I will, if you guys want, if type one if you want me to do this, but I'll post the profile he has for me in my community tab if enough people press one and want me to do it, because that means you're gonna go check it out. But yeah, he has a profile and stuff like that. So I got to see that. So I see one. Um, oh, two. Hey, what's up, Mister Ramen Noodle? Okay, so yes. Uh, okay, so oh, okay, so we've got some people. All right. We got 4 out of 20 something. Okay, well that's a good percentage. Mm. All right. So I will post it after the live stream, so that over in the community tab for those of you that want to see it. All right, Bucknut. Yeah, definitely. Oh, what's up? Okay, Colt. Okay, Clyde. We got 1. All right. All right. We've got more participation. Yes, 2 that should be private. Um. Well, yes, Rails, in a way, it's actually not private because it's a public profile that if you were to go into his onto his platform and you wanted to become a donor, you would get to see my profile and it's public. So I read it today. I was okay with everything that was on there. If there was anything that needed to be understood or stuff like that, or changed, I would have already had that done because I'd already thought about offering this to you guys. So I'm glad that you guys decided to. You guys want to see it, but yeah, I'm okay with it. It's already a public profile, so it's not like it's something private. If it was private, I would probably talk about it over on Patreon. Okay, but yes, this is the donor profile. Like if you want to donate money to homeless entrepreneur, to fund him for the services that he offers me and other people that are in the same situation. He calls them entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs. Intrapreneurs are people that have jobs that want to get the connections and skills to move up, and then entrepreneurial are people like me that want to build, a platform and influence and make change. And so I'm in the entrepreneur program. And so yeah, you get to choose whether you want to help people, get better at their job, or have an opportunity at a business. And when you're homeless, this is one of the best opportunities you can have. And I know over the years, homeless entrepreneur and I, because we intersect in not only our message but what we're trying to do, and it saves me the it saves me the hassle of having to create a program. He's already got it. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I just need to be able to offer the gap services that are not already being offered, and then just kind of let the system come in and do its thing. Because if the system is used properly, and if you can network. Okay, so let's say that because I'm in the process of talking to other not for profits and other businesses and other entities about getting behind me on this, whether it be sponsoring it, whether it be donating, resources, or whether it be just a pat on the back and saying, "Hey, I agree with what you do." Um, what I want to be offering is a full on in-depth education about how to build your life on the digital in the digital economy, because that is the economy of the future. Okay, so that's one program, but I also talk about the whole personality thing as well, because part of what keeps you homeless and will keep you poor is your inability to develop strong, healthy relationships. And it's about conduct, it's about understanding, personality traits, and understanding how you're able to affect the just like what to win friends and influence people. It's the same thing, but it's just my own journey, what I've learned to be able to do what I do. And I mean, I've got people within this community that are doing a lot to help me. and I'm very appreciative of it. There have been a lot of people that have stepped up when I really needed it, and whether it be just being a loyal subscriber, or helping me get a piece of gear that I needed, or get out of a jam that I was in, things like that. You guys have helped me out a lot, so that's always to be acknowledged. So what's up, Bushcraft? All right. But now tomorrow morning I have a meeting with another guy from Germany. So I'm sponsored by a guy from Germany, but you got to realize he's a European NGO. Okay, well he's international, but he's based out of Spain. So he most of his contacts are in Europe, not the United States. He's still developing his contacts within the United States. So the guy that I'll be talking to is like he's like almost like a speaking coach. It's going to be a really really intensive background, or in depth. Like it's to do a full on personality change so that you can be better at speaking, communicating, and interacting with people, to be able to see what's going on and interact with them. So on and so forth. But apparently, I was given a warning before this whole thing. He says he had to ask me, like, are you seeing a counselor? I'm like, no, I did my stuff on my own. Who all will deliver to your PO box? Amazon will. I think Ups might, but I would stick with either the post office or Amazon. It's you're guaranteed to get it here. But let's all learn to make some money and better ourselves. Yes, it's why not? That's what life is about. But so apparently it is so intense that you have to get a sign off from your mental health professional if you're going to take his program. That is how intense it's going to be. Now I'm geared up for it. I'm like, oh, this is going to be rough. But I've been through worse. I mean, hell, I survived Marine Corps boot camp. I mean, this guy can't be any worse. I survived my childhood, so it can't be any worse. Okay. But yeah, that's who all will deliver to my PO box. But this is somebody that will be able to help me get things done and things like that. So sorry guys. Being out in that wind and everything, kind of like, yeah, in the cold. So but I'm looking forward to this boot camp. I get to do. He's going to do an assessment on me tomorrow. I get to find out whether or not he thinks that he can work with me, and I completely get it, because if you're gonna be running a really intense program, like some of these YouTube gurus like to run like a 3-day YouTube boot camp, and asking because Sam's uses FedEx. FedEx will not come out here, because FedEx will not deliver to PO boxes. And you got to look up. The thing is does the carrier deliver to PO boxes? Amazon will. I've seen FedEx out here, but they're only going to physical addresses. And sometimes at the post office, unless it's they got a whole bunch of other stuff. But yeah, the FedEx will not. That's why we got 2 bags of dog food by accident. 90 pounds of dog food. Holy cow. That's a lot. And then that was after they were just getting done polishing off a 30-pound bag of dog food. But I got another 30-pound. Man, I'm gonna need to get some dog food here probably in the next week or so. At least until her dogs are gone. A 30-pound bag of dog food would last Sam a month. It's like $25 or less to get a 30-pound bag of dog food up at the Family Dollar. Now, to carry that damn thing home, I'm gonna have to put it in my pack, because that's basically its max weight limit anyways, where I should kind of keep it. So then I have to walk with that back, and maybe a couple of shopping bags full of groceries. But yeah, that's gonna be like a 5-mile trek, because 5 to 6 mile trek, because it's all the way at the other end, right across the street from the post office. So that's basically the farthest I need to walk, which is the post office of Family Dollar, which is where I can get dog food and check my mail. So if you guys send me something, oops, sorry, I shouldn't have put that near you, Sam. If you guys send me something, please at least send me an email letting me know. If you have my phone number, you can also send me a text. Please let me know the tracking number. That way, because if it comes in on Friday and I was planning on going in on Thursday for whatever it is that I needed, I could show up. I could push it around a day or something like that. That way, because I'm going into town, or at least going into the library once every 3 days. The snow is supposed to. I don't see snow out there. If there was some snow, I was going to show you. Now that you're stationary, I can send a 50-pound kettlebells. Yeah. I don't know if I'll keep them, but well, I end up keeping them just because there's something that it's a sentimental value. The joke, but yeah, I'm I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm debating. I'm asking myself a question because I'm looking at this trailer and I'm going, okay, if I'm gonna get any funding to go do this, to start fixing the trailer, I have an idea of how I want to start, but the thing that I really need to worry about is the siding, and I may need to purchase some slats or something like that to kind of make up for it. So if any of you guys have any RV or camper restoration experience, please send me an email, and that way I can ask you questions along the way so I can understand what I'm doing. I can figure most things out, and if I can't, YouTube can. But real experience from somebody who I can ask an actual question to and get a real answer from. That at least helps me point me in the right direction, so I spend less time chasing my tail. Oh yes, poor dog. Yeah, go to sleep. Oh yeah, you're so tired. It's been a rough day. But all right, guys. So Tuck, are you storing extra food when you can afford for hard times? Um, um, food is expensive. Yes, bushcraft. Yes. I think your number's a 646 area code. 100 gallons of Flex Seal and some duct tape. You know what? That sounds about right, Garrett. Duct tape would be fun. All right, so in the next couple of weeks, because it's supposed to be like on Monday, it's supposed to be like 70. Today the high was 36. Do you understand how this is crazy? This is not normal. Now we're going into a heat wave for at least the next 10 days, if not longer. Just like we had the 6 weeks of that like total blaze, and then all of a sudden it cooled way down really, really quick. I mean, like substantially. I think we're going to see the same thing with winter and everything else like that. I think we're going to go into we will now. Okay, 603 New Hampshire. I need to. I will. Yeah, I will make sure to. Can you have my number? Will you send me a text? I need to add your number. I keep thinking to do it, but then I get distracted because I'm kind of like ooh, shiny. But yeah, send me a text, Bushcraft. I will. Yeah, definitely. And we should be collaborating at some point in time. Anyways, we've been trying to. We're just gonna have to do it remotely. Today was hot for winter, like almost 50. Where are you at, Invisible Man? Let's see. All right, let's see. 100 gallon. Yeah. Oh, guys, I'm gonna open this up. I just got a fresh can of propane, so I can spend extra fuel. But Sam, stay. Look at that. Oops, hold on. Yeah, it's hailing out here now. Look at that. Oh yeah, by the way, that's my bathroom. That's the other corner of the property if you look straight that way. But look at that. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I think this is gonna. Well, Ryan Hall, y'all said that we were gonna have substantial snow, and this was one of the areas where he said we'd have substantial snow. Let's see. There's the door. All right. So I've kind of there's the frame is bent a little bit. So what I've been doing is just putting a washcloth in it. All right. Kick it down. Over. No, no, wrong side. I'm gonna sit on you. Move. Kick it down. Oops. Anybody got vertigo yet? All right. Yeah, you saying hi, huh? Yeah, there you are. There you are. Okay. But anyways, oh, I know I was about to talk about. So I'm gonna be heading over to in the next couple of weeks as soon as it gets warm, and I know that I need at least like a 4-day window because it's 15 miles from here to uh, St. John's. Okay. And so, unless I have a ride back or a ride to and from, I'm going to have to figure out my logistics and, just kind of ask the sheriff's department, like, look, I'm going in for a town hall meeting. How close are you? Is your closest neighbor? Do you worry about theft? Um, my closest neighbor is on the other side of the hill, so 2 acres over. Um, so, I mean, that's close. I mean, I can hear him, all that. Those people don't bother me. What bothers me is the guy that's across the street from me. I got to meet him. Well, I got to meet his brother. And yeah, this is basically a dump zone for him. They just dropped off a white, I think it was a minivan. Sam, lay down. They just dropped off a white minivan. Um, and it's got it broken out and everything else like that. It got totaled in a wreck most likely, but it's like they just drop it there instead of paying for it to go to the dump. And so now I don't know, I got to get something done about that. I want to, but I don't want to. Out here, yeah, the one thing that Farm Girl warned me about was that this is the Wild West, and I don't have. I'm not set up for proper protection out here like I was, being in the woods or being in a city because. There, you got to deal with close quarter combat. Somebody's going to come up on you unless they're going to ambush you, but yet they're going to wait till you get to a vulnerable point because whatever. Um, you generally have to deal with something close, but when you're out here and there's just so much open range, the use and attractiveness of a ranged weapon is very high because you can see somebody coming from a distance, especially if you're at certain vantage points, or you can hear them because it's so quiet out here. All you got to do is just sit outside and smoke and toke and just listen to everything that's going on because you can hear people 2 miles, 3 miles down the road if they're really really loud. So I would say that I'm I'm not really worried about my neighbors. I'm more worried about like I said, the guy next door because he apparently was also the guy that comes running up the road at 40 miles an hour, flips around, comes roaring back at 40 miles an hour in the middle of the damn night. Which is when they showed up to drop that damn thing off to begin with. Go easy now, Tuck. Yeah, well, I will. Um, Yeah, but I don't really have to worry about theft as much. Now, if I'm gone for like a week, yeah, I may have to worry about that. Um, I don't know. I may have to figure something out. I think I'm good enough. I might see if one of my local neighbors is uh, uh if they seem sane enough, maybe see if I can talk to them. Like, hey, when you head out of town for a week or so, or you need somebody to keep an eye on your stuff, I'll keep an eye on it and you keep an eye on mine, and just let me know if something happens. that way we keep an eye on each other and kind of work like that. So I may end up doing that, but I think, but because like as soon as I hit the main road, I got a ride in. I didn't get a ride back, and I was walking through the snow and hail, but they didn't care then. But when it was open skies and sunny, and it was going to be a nice walk, it's like, hey, you want a ride? It's like, damn, I wanted a ride back, not a ride too, because gee, many Christmas, that was some serious snow. Um, yes, property can be an anchor, but I need to be able to have the latitude. I'm going into St. John's to start with, and that's a 3 days round trip. Well, actually, not even 3 days. It's like more like a 2 day round trip because Sam and I can do 15 miles in, let's see, about 5 to 7 hours. So if we get there, like let's say the town hall meeting is at 5 o'clock. Well, we can get into town by about 3 o'clock, most likely, if we leave at about, let's say, 6 o'clock in the morning. And as it starts getting warmer and the daylight starts getting light earlier, getting out at 6 o'clock, and hitting the road, we could be back the next day. Because as soon as we're done with the town hall meeting, we find a place to go sleep, find a place to eat, and then just the next morning wake up and walk back. So I mean, I wouldn't be gone for longer than maybe 2 days, 2 to 3 days, depending upon how I structured it and what time it was. So what's up, Anarchy? But I don't know. It all depends. But like I said, I think that because I found a ride into town, and I think that the guy saw me. He's like, yeah, that was when I first started here. And now he has like a little Chevy S10. So he's kind of working his way up, and starting to acquire some things. So I guess he got himself a pickup, and and so he offered me a ride because he used to walk. And so there's other people like that, and I'm sure that what will end up happening over maybe the next 4 to 6 weeks, is I will end up making a connection with somebody of like, hey, if I could give you like this much money, could you give me a ride here, or could you give me a ride back, so I could leave early in the morning, do the town hall, get picked up to be taken back home, and then that way I end up back home in the same day. But it's going to take me a minute to be able to gather contacts, because it's just as I keep talking to people, as they keep seeing me regularly, as they see that I'm a local and that I'm constantly coming in and out, they're like, oh well, offer him a ride, take a little bit off his, because we see him walking in all the time, and so therefore they're less apprehensive. We picked up some people on the way in ourselves, on the way into town, just because it's like, well, they're walking. I like to walk, but some people don't. But it is what it is, and I'm pretty sure we will probably end up, even if we leave at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm willing to bet that we'll end up being there before noon, just because somebody will pick us up along the way and say, hey, you want to ride? So yes, yes, a bicycle would. But I want a mountain bike. I know a road bike would probably be good, but in this terrain, just to get out to the main road, you need a mountain bike. A road bike yeah, the tires would pop in a minute. You need something that can handle rocky terrain, dirt, that can really handle a rough terrain, because it's, even the roads, they're good, but they're not that good. But yeah, 15 miles, I could do that in maybe 2 hours. Hmm. And that's me being slow and out of shape, because yeah, I may end up having to do a bike. Maybe instead of, maybe that might be the next thing that I work on, um, is to get funding to get a bike. But the thing is it, I can't go with a cheap bike, not out here. Unless well, actually, no, Bushcraft, you are the biker. What is a bike that I could get for under $300 that would be durable enough for me to ride, 30 miles, 40 miles round trip in a day? Maybe do that a couple times a month. And like heavy terrain, like yeah, it's really, really bad. You got to drive at like 5 to 10 miles an hour because it's like this. What brand would you go with? Huffy? I hear that Huffy's kind of stepped it up. Get on Facebook, bet you can get a decent bike for cheap. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If I can get, let's say a good bike, from Walmart would cost $300. Well, if I can go on Facebook Marketplace, I can find something that's equal or better for the same price. So and get it brought to me and stuff like that. Bike money is high, is hybrid for or mountain bike, with wide tires. Bikes a high. Oh, a hybrid. Oh, you talking about like the fat tire ones? I would love to have a fat tire one, but that thing's too heavy. Yeah, that thing's too heavy. Mm. But that would be a hell of a trip. 40 miles, 30 to 40 miles. Because you got to get into town and stuff like that. That they only give you, directions to the city limits and stuff. You can find good used specialized rock hopper that is in that price range. Okay. Um, all right, then that's exactly what I will look for. I think that if I'm going to continue to this next chapter, yeah, I need to be able to be mobile. Since I can't, 'cause with Farm Girl, all I had to do was pay for gas, which a bike could save me money. Like it would take me maybe 3 trips into Sholo, and that would more than pay, even if it was like $1,000 bike. That would more. Mm. Mike says you can't replace the parts on most of them. Yeah. Well, what about Amazon? The first bike I bought was off Amazon. I snapped the chain, went to a bike shop, bought a used one for 650. That was the aspect that I had. And I realized it's like, well, I want to buy used. This thing was well kept. It was kept in the garage, and they just dropped it off. And it's like, well, I would have paid $1,000 for it brand new. They did, and I got it for 650. That's awesome. So basically, what I sold my car for is what I paid for my bike. Yeah, I had to pay to send it to a junker because I couldn't sell it quick enough. So that's what really made me mad, because that guy could have turned that around and made 5 grand, 10 grand, maybe, off of that. And he gave me, 550 or 650. He wanted to give me 550. I talked him up to 650. All right, guys. Huffy Schwinn is also good. My tricycle is a Schwinn, and it's bomb proof. Yeah, but how much did that cost you, Rails? Mm. So I think you guys might be right, though, pushing me towards a bike. A lot of budget bikes are built with proprietary parts. Well, that's probably why they're budget bikes. Well, no, you'd think that that'd make them more expensive, not less expensive. Well, you never know. All right, guys. So we're getting up to that hour. Another thing I need to get, and hey, Bucknut, or any of you, if you want to send me something that would be really valuable, um, uh, I need like a light or something like that, and I can even start doing live streams later, or if it's dark and overcast like it is today. Um, but I need one of those USB lights, one that I can plug in from my power block to actually to power it. That way I can have light at night. So if any of you guys want to send me something like that, it's Friar Tuck, P.O. Box 212, Concho, Arizona 85924. I wonder if 3 of them show up. Woohoo! Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. You guys know how to help the channel: like, subscribe, share, comment, all that stuff. Hold on. Did I miss something? 450 for the trike, but trikes are more expensive than the bicycle. Okay. The issue with cheap bikes are cheap components. You need to make sure you keep all the bolts and stuff too. A couple of don't ride. Okay, well that's good to know. All right. Do you want a string light? I will take whatever you give me, as long as I can. As long as I can recharge it through, or use it for. Well, either. I don't know about, because I don't want to keep going in for batteries. I'd like to just use my charging block and power it up. But yes, if it's something that I can hang up or whatever, and or put on a table to give me some light, because I mean it's by 6:30, it's dark. Okay, and when it gets dark, I mean, so I'm sitting there waiting till like 10 o'clock, and the only light I get is either a flashlight or my phone. So, but Jeremy to say email me. That's my favorite favorite bike. Oh, okay. Hold on. Not all easy. How bright do you need it to be? just bright enough to be able to see. It's a 20-foot fifth wheel. There's here. I'll show you what exactly what's being lit. Okay. This is the fifth wheel. It's a very small. It's probably like I hit my head on the ceiling standing on my knees. Okay, so nothing really big, just something to be able to let me see things around me because I dropped my vape and I can't find it, stuff like that. The string light is from it. Well, that's cool. I might use it in the background of my videos and start doing some more night videos and stuff like that, or doing some night live streams because I've been kind of I'm stuck on the whatchamacallit. I'm stuck on daylight right now, and if I can create my own daylight, now my restrictions are lifted a little bit. I'm thinking, bulb, sphere, I'll send a link. Okay, that sounds good. Spare camera and memory. I don't do all that. All this stuff is done. Burner phone, use the light, and that, good battery charge. No, I mean, because you can find a cheap USB light on Amazon for about $10. I saw them last night. It's just a matter of, if somebody has a spare one laying around, I'd rather have that sent to me because I could save the $10 for something more important, even though it is very important. But anyways, guys, thanks for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Not really my favorite blue. I had 2000 works. Okay.